Hey YouTube, it's Cherise here, and it is currently 5:24 a.m. on Friday. Nola has her first obedience lesson at 8 a.m. in Savannah, so I'm just getting ready for that. That's like our only plan for today. I decided that I want to actually, get ready, be cute for it because why not? And it's just helping me kind of get back into the swing of getting ready to go back to work, going back to school. So let's go ahead and jump right in with today's makeup and face. Okay. So, I'm trying to decide what foundation I want to wear. I feel like that's like the hardest part because I have so many. Okay, so I think I got it figured out. Figured it out. Hold on, I had a thought when I was leaving this bathroom, putting some stuff away. As to what foundation I could wear today. Let's keep it drugstore. I'm going to be going in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation in the darkest shade, number 14, Golden Toffee. I will be blending that out with this e.l.f. blending brush. I'm going to go in with just one pump for now, just one pump, and seeing how much I can cover. I've already cleansed and primed my skin and moisturized. So yeah, we're going to start with just one pump with this brush. This is supposed to be a very full coverage foundation. As you can see, it pretty much is. It's not like super full coverage, but it does have really nice, good coverage. One pump goes a long way. As you can see, it basically covered one half of my face, but I still have some imperfections peeking through, and that's okay, honestly, since we're not doing too much today. Going with one pump on this side. And then just bridging everything together in the center of my face. Don't forget the chin. Honestly, this foundation is like a perfect shade match for me right now. It really looks really good with my skin tone. We're going to be setting this with my Maybelline powder, the loose finishing powder, and an e.l.f. powder brush. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and dab now. Dabbing it into the skin, blending around the perimeters. And as you can see, it looks kind of dewy and shiny on me, so I have to set this with the powder. Alright, so 2 pumps is all you need, one for each half of your face. You can still see some of my imperfections shining through, but it's like they're barely shining through. And it's just like my super darkest marks. And honestly, it's better just to go in with a little bit of concealer if you wear concealer. But with my technique of applying powder, it will all come together. So yeah, we've got that on. My voice is so much lower right now, like, because first of all, my alarm didn't go off. I really wanted to wake up at 4:15, but I woke up at like 5:05. 5:15? Yeah, I woke up late, essentially. I wanted to actually do the exact school schedule I'll be on, but it didn't work out that way. Alright, so Maybelline Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 40. This is the darkest shade. This is a beautiful powder and it does help your makeup stay on all day. I'm just going to sift some into the cap just to fill up the cap, kind of, not all the way. I want the cap to be like 60% coated in powder. That's enough to do my whole face. I'm just going to shake some in there. Okay. We got some in the cap. I'm going to take that e.l.f. powder brush. I'm going to dip into it and then shake off the excess. I'm just rotating the brush and like tapping it off back into the cap. That's important. I'm going to start with the forehead today. And then I'm just going to press it in. You're going to see a lot of pressing into the skin. But yeah, I'm starting at the top of my face today and working my way down. Let's see how that works. Doing the same thing each time, tapping off and then going where I need it, around the eye area. Going underneath the eyes now, over the nose. This is going to provide a beautiful natural matte finish to the skin. And make sure that our foundation stays in place. Going over the cheek area now. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to wear a head wrap or not. I just put 8 braids in my hair to do a braid out because I'm still experimenting with the Jamaican flaxseed black castor oil gel, and I kind of just did one of my old school refreshers where I just dunked my head in some water to reactivate the product that's already in my hair, and then I go ahead and add a little bit more additional product instead of like doing a full wash day. And that's an easy way to like transition between styles. The products you currently have in your hair can be used to do other styles like a braid out and such. So I'm kind of trying out a braid out, but it's not dry all the way. I can tell. I can feel that it's not dry all the way. So we're going to leave these braids in a little bit longer. And I'm not sure if I just want to wear them pinned back like this because like I'm not really going anywhere. Or if I'm going to put on a head wrap. I probably will put on a head wrap though. Just because my makeup look is probably going to come out super pretty and flawless because I already kind of know what colors I want to use and what palette I want to use. So we just kind of need everything to flow together. I actually need to go get my iced coffee and start drinking that. Okay, so with whatever's left over now, I work on the perimeter of my face and like adding additional coverage where I need any additional coverage by like pressing the powder on. It doesn't add a bunch of coverage. It is colored though, like it does have a tint to it. They come in different shades. And to me it does add like a little bit of coverage to the skin because now where my imperfections were faintly showing through, you can't see them at all because of how I've pressed this loose finishing powder over top. And as you can see, my face is now nice and matte and it looks so smooth. Like this powder is just, it looks so good on the skin. I love it. I definitely will be repurchasing when it runs out. And I believe this will probably be the only loose finishing powder that I buy because it works great in the heat of South Carolina. And so that's what it looks like all set. This is gonna last me a really long time because you get a lot of product in here, like a lot of product. You get 0.7 ounces, but like that's a lot. You can see that it's still basically all the way full. Another thing is I don't use it every day too. I kind of like, alternate between all of the different powders I have. All right, so now our face is on. It looks beautiful. It's got a nice natural matte finish. Such a pretty shade of brown. Goes with my skin tone really, really well. We're going to move on to the eyebrows. And you guys already know I'm using my Wet n Wild retractable eyeliner pencil to do my brows, per usual. I like the way my hair looks pinned back from the front. It's just the back, the middle part is janky. If the part was more neat, I probably would wear it just like pinned back like this, wear it out like this. It's kind of cute-ish. But the middle part is not neat at all. All right, so we're going in with the shade Black. Yes. Mega Last retractable eyeliner pencil. For my eyes, I'm trying to debate if I want to do kind of a Black China-ish inspired look, because then I could just wear a Winthrop t-shirt and some jeans because it's like a red base look and Winthrop's colors are garnet and gold, so red kind of fits in with that. And that red matte smoky eye is just so pretty. It's just gorgeous. And I think I have a shadow that could, like, I have some eyeshadows that could actually work to create a matte red smoky eye look. So when I get towards the front of my brow, I'm just not using as much pressure when it comes to kind of filling that sparse area in. Okay. Starting to fill in the tail area. Okay. All right, so the brows are done. This one has been like more extra lately. It's like a little bit thicker, always just a little bit more extravagant than my right eyebrow as of late. They're pretty similar though. I'm happy. I can live with this. Okay. So now we're going to move on to eyeshadow. Yes, moving on to eyeshadow. Ignore my crusty armpits. They're kind of hairy. Oh well. Life goes on. Okay, let me look at this palette and see. I think I'm going to focus on the Saharan palette today because I did the magic palette yesterday. I did a beautiful green look using this palette. Love the way it came out. Love the color. It's like my new favorite kind of go-to green smoky eye look now. But we're going to go to the Saharan palette, the one that my dog chewed the corner of over here. But none of the shadows were harmed. Praise God. Yes, we're going to use this palette today. Let me swatch this to see. It comes off looking very orange on my skin. So, my idea to kind of do the black china look, that's going to have to be put on pause and until I find a red shade that shows up red on me. That literally just looked pink. Okay, so I guess we're going to be doing kind of a peachy, pinky kind of look. I think I'm going to be focusing on the shades. Have I used this one yet? It looks like I've never touched it. Oh, that's because it's a very pretty gold. I've kind of been trying to stay away from gold eyeshadow looks because I feel like, you know, that's kind of easy. They're not really that difficult. Alright, we're going to focus on the shades. Lulu, Fula, and Baroro, I think. So I'm going to kind of do this look like I did yesterday's look. We're going to start with the shade Lulu. Right here. That's a beautiful, like rose gold looking kind of color. I'm going to start to apply that in the inner 1/3 of my eye. I've been loving this technique lately to do eyeshadow looks to make them look more intricate than what they really are. And you almost always get good results using the technique I'm about to show you when it comes to applying your eyeshadows. I wish I could find the brush I want. Of course I can't. Let me just grab this whole thing. Where is it though? Literally, I don't even see it in here. You know, you don't know, now you know. I'm just going to use this e.l.f. What is this? This is Coastal Scents brush. Oh, this is the brush. It's just disguised. I'm going to use this little brush from Coastal Scents. Wiping off the old eyeshadow. We're taking that Lulu shade. Let me show it to you again. You might have forgotten. Lulu is right here. That color. We're going to start working that into the inner corner of the eye. Oh wow, that's really pretty. Yeah, it's like a rose goldish color. That's gorgeous. Honestly, this technique has been working so much better for me than like starting with my transition color, you know, starting in the crease, layering all these different shades, creating depth and dimension. I feel like this technique is so much more simple, it's easier to follow, and you get looks that are, to me, even more beautiful, but easier to create. So you can see I'm applying this all up in this general vicinity right here in the inner corner. We're not going to take it up too far, but make sure you do get in the crease and just make sure that it's nice and opaque on the innermost part of your lid. Right in here. I'm loving that shade so far. It's really pretty. It's actually a good kind of all over lid shade for me too. If I want something a little bit brighter, that's pretty. And I haven't used this shade before. Again, it's called Lulu. My dog is knocked out on the bed. Like, she's just like, why are we up so early? What is happening? We never get up this early. Why do you have so much energy? I'm actually surprised at how much energy I do have and how I kind of almost naturally woke up. Like my body could tell, like, hey, it's past 4:15 a.m. Your alarm didn't go off. Get up, get your life. Which I'm thankful it did do that, because I would have hate to have been late or been rushing or just felt like pressed for time. You know, I don't like that feeling. Who does though? So I'm applying it all in that area, okay? Once you got that on, keep that brush, sit it aside. And you're going to take another brush. I'm going to use the same brush I used yesterday because it just works so well. And you're going to take your deepest color that you're going to be using for the look, the color that you want in your outer V area. Area. Oh, let me just look at this palette again real quick. Just to make sure. Oh yeah, I could have done something similar with this one. Probably would have made it a little easier to see too. We might need some reinforcements. I want to kind of lay down a matte shade that's a similar tone and then put this shade on top of it, just to make sure that we're getting what I need for us to get. But I need to look for a matte shade that kind of goes with it. Let's just see how it works, and then if not, I'm going to use a blush actually, I think, to help work it out. Alright, so now we're going to take a flat kind of brush. It's still very fluffy. There's still blue eyeshadow on it. We don't want blue today, or green. We're going to go into the shade Bororo, which I've used before, and that's going to be like our deepest color in the outer V area. And we're literally going to pack it onto the outer V with this brush, like so. And I love, yep, I needed something a little darker to go underneath. I was like, I don't think it's going to come off as deep as I want it to. But you're just going to really pack this shadow in this area. So there's like a gap in the middle of your eye right now. I'm going to use this brush first, just for a little bit, and then I'm going to go in with my finger to pack the shade on. With the shimmers from Juvia's Place, the more glittery shades, you get more of an impact using your finger than you do a brush, I feel. It applies better. So you see I have that placed, taking the same shade on my finger now. I'm really going to make sure that it's nice and opaque. In that area. And this shade looks a lot darker in the pan than it does on my skin, which is why I thought it was going to be dark enough for this area, but we will work it out. Have no fear. Making sure that it's nice and opaque, especially towards the lash line. Alright, now it's time for the lid shade. I'm going to use my finger to apply our lid shade that's going to marry these two colors together. And that shade is called Fula. I have not used it yet from this palette. And it's a beautiful mid-tone pink shade down here. You can see how this is like a light rose goldy kind of pink. This is a mid-tone pink, and that color we just used, Bororo, is a deeper, more berry, almost cranberry looking in this palette pink. So we kind of have a nice gradient. I'm going to use the same finger, my middle finger that I already wiped off, and apply Fula in the center of my lid. And you'll see that it is nice and mid-tone. It's not as dark as Bororo, not as light as Lulu, so it works perfectly to create a nice gradient. You see that? From lightest mid-tone to deep. And with my finger, I'm blending that into the other shadows that are already on the lid using my finger. Making sure not to cover up too much of the inner corner color. And if that does happen, just take your brush that you set aside that you used to apply the inner corner color and just go back in and touch it up. That's all you gotta do. And again, the shade in the inner corner is called Lulu from the Saharan palette. So you see I'm blending the two together. And they blend really nice together. All of Juvia's Place shadows blend well. They blend with each other. They blend with other shadows. Alright, I'm just making sure that that Fula color in the center is showing because we don't want to lose that gradient. And now I'm going to go back and start to work on the crease and outer V a little bit more. To do that, because of the nature of this eyeshadow, I need something that's going to be a little bit more dense, and then we'll go in with something more fluffy. So I'm going to go in with this Coastal Scents like pointed brush. Hopefully y'all can see that. It's like pointed. And I'm taking Baroro, that deeper shade in the outer V area, and I'm going to add some more. Like in the crease, on the lid, and because it's nice and dense, it's really going to place the color. I'm going into the crease and kind of coming in a little bit. But I'm not going up too high. You see that? I'm kind of drawing the shape that I want. You see that? And because of the shape of this brush, it's going to come out really nice and pigmented because of how dense it is. And then I'm going to also place a little bit onto the lid area, just to make sure that it's nice and opaque. You see that? With whatever's left over, I'm going to go ahead and take that on the most outer corner of my lower lash line with this brush. Because it comes to a point and it's so dense, it's very like multi-purpose. I actually really like this shade. I'm going to take it on the entire lower lash line, meeting the inner corner area. Okay. With the brush we used to first apply the Baroro shade, that's more fluffy and flat, I'm going to go ahead with whatever is left over. I'm going to start blending out the edges of our makeup look and the crease. So we're bringing that shade kind of all the way in and diffusing out, blending it out with this brush because it is fluffy at the same time. This look is very shimmery. There's no matte shades that we have used in this look, so it's super duper shimmery, really pretty for summer. Very like soft pink look. I'm just blending out the edges, and I'm going in a rounded shape. Hopefully y'all can see how I've been going in a rounded shape. Like so. I'm just going to go back in with Fula, that's the center color that we apply with our finger, and brighten it up a little bit right on the lid. Just so that it's not lost. I'm going to touch up Lulu, which is the lightest color that we applied to our inner corner, to make sure that is not lost either. Because Baroro can kind of take over this look because it is more of a pressed glitter, and Lulu is more of like a shimmer eyeshadow, or like, yeah, it's more of a shimmer. It's not like a pressed glitter. It's not as chunky as Baroro. So making sure that's in the inner corners, everything. And once you have everything blended to your liking and you've added a little bit more where you need to add more, then you're done with eyeshadow. So I am done with my eyeshadow for this look. I am going to highlight my brow bone and the face using, you could use an eyeshadow from here, but I'm going to use a regular highlighter. And let's be sort of, no, I want to be kind of on the soft side. We're going to use the Black Radiance highlighter in Ginger Snap. It's one of their Artisan Color baked bronzers, but they're really highlighters in my opinion. I use them as highlighters. We're going to use this. I'm going to start using this little angled Coastal Scents brush to apply this to the brow bone. And I like this brush because it's dense yet fluffy, so you can blend really easily with it. And this gold shade is going to go really well with this look because it's going to kind of match our inner corner color, the Lulu shade that we have in our tear duct, but not be as pink toned. It's just going to be more of a true light gold. And you can use this brush to blend around the edges of the look real easy. Okay, I'm going to use this same brush to go ahead and highlight to the bridge of my nose. I'm just lightly drawing a line right down the bridge of my nose. And on the tip, also going to highlight the Cupid's bow. And the texture on the top of my cheeks isn't that bad, so we will highlight the cheeks a little bit. And to do so, I'm going to use the brush I used to apply my blush yesterday, because that blush is a little bit pink toned and a little bit, that has a sheen to it. So I'm going to lightly apply this to the cheek area. And because this like blends really well, this brush is perfect. A little runaway eyeshadow over here. Just so nice to give kind of like an all over glow to the cheek. I'm gonna go above the brow a little bit as well, whatever's left over, just so that the skin has kind of an all over glow to it. And I'm not applying a lot of pressure at all. I'm barely letting the bristles kind of graze my skin, just so that it doesn't come out looking too much. We don't want too much. We want it to be kind of subtle. I have that weird gap right there. Don't know what that's about. So I don't have it on this side. Everything's smooth on that side. Right here we have this strange little gap. Okay, it's kind of going away. I'm not going to focus on it for too long. Alright, so we have a nice all over glow. Now I'm going to take the brush I used to apply my foundation, and I'm blending out the edges of the highlight closest to my eyeball by just pressing and dabbing. And I'm just going to press and dab all over my face just to mesh everything together. I'm going to take the brush, the e.l.f. flat top brush I used to apply the highlight to my, or apply the powder to my face, the loose powder. I'm going to blend out my nose highlight by just lightly going over it to really work it into the skin and kind of mix it with the powder. I want it to be a little bit more prominent, so I'm not going to blend it too much. Like, that's good. enough for me. I want y'all to be able to see it. All right. For this look, I'm going to use some purple eyeliner because I think I'm going to do a purple lip and show y'all the head wrap I'm going to wear. Put my brush container back. There it goes. Highlighter back. I'm going to use this Milani Ultra Fine Liquid Eyeliner in Prismatic Purple. Supposed to shake it up before you use it. Okay, I feel like it's shaken. Well shaken. And we're going to do a nice little wing. I'm doing something you normally don't see me do, and that is lining my entire upper lash line because I really want this purple eyeshadow to show, not eyeshadow, this purple liner to be seen and like peek through. So I'm going to make sure that I take it across my entire lash line. And it is so pretty. It has little blue glitters in it. It's really gorgeous. I wore it a lot during marching band season last year because it went kind of with the theme of the show with the evil queen. And a lot of people won't really be able to tell until you're like in the light and they're like, in the sunlight, they're like, wait, do you have on purple eyeliner? And you're like, yeah. And they're like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Because these Milani Ultra Fine eyeliners are amazing. They have such dimension to them because they have little micro glitters in them. That just makes it even more beautiful and exciting. It just adds some more interest to your look. Okay, and then we're going to do a wing. The only thing I don't like about these is that whatever they put in here kind of burns the very like outer fold of my eyes a little bit. That's the only thing I don't like about these. I feel like there's some serious chemicals up in here. And I'm really like curving my wing upward to make it a little bit more fun. This one curves up more than the other one, of course. It's okay though. We're gonna roll with it. And now I'm just like tapping over what I've already laid down to make sure that it's nice and opaque and that each spot has the glitter on it. Okay. Isn't that fun? I'm loving this look. So much fun. Now it's time to add mascara. I'm just going in with one because I'm feeling lazy. I'm just going to go in with the Maybelline, the Falsies Push Up Drama Mascara on my upper and lower lashes. Being careful not to cover up the eyeliner. Try not to get any of this mascara on the eyeliner when you're coating the base of your lashes. Oh, I finished all of the 100, all 4 seasons. I'm excited for season 5. Like, that was a plot twist that I was not expecting. 2 plot twists happened at the very end of season 4. If you haven't seen, I'm not going to say what those plot twists are, but I was not expecting that. I was really confused. I was more confused by one of the plot twists than the other. But then now that I'm thinking about it, one might make sense once I actually get to see season 5. Alright, so with this mascara alone, you kind of have to build it, like let it dry and then go on with another coat to get the maximum effects. So I'm going to go onto the lower lashes with this mascara, which it works amazing on. Trying very carefully not to get it on my lash line and on the lashes only. That does not always happen. I usually almost always get a little bit accidentally on the lash line. Yeah, I just got a bunch. Going back to the upper lashes now for another coat. There you go, now y'all can kind of see what I'm working with here as I get closer. Going back to the lower lashes, I've already made mistakes, like getting it on my actual lash line, so we're just gonna roll with it. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'm going with one last coat, but I need my lashes to kind of fully dry all the way before I go with the final coat of mascara. I'm gonna go ahead and put the head wrap on so you guys can see it. I'm going to take my clips out. Okay. I have two little clips in, and I'm going to re-clip my hair. Hold on. I'm going to kind of twist my braids together so that none of them fall down. And I'm bringing one half over to the other side, and I'm going to clip it over here, and then I'm going to bring this side, twisting the braids together to the opposite side. I'm going to clip them together. So now we kind of have a style, but let me see what the back looks like. Yeah, see, my part is not neat. If my part was more neat, I would wear my hair like this, to be honest. But the part is very janky, as you guys can see. And now I'm going to put on a wig cap, stocking cap. I normally put my satin bonnet on underneath, but my hair is very moisturized and has a little bit extra oil and moisture in it, so I'm just going to put the stocking cap right on top of my hair because I need to soak up a little bit of this. Okay, so I found the stocking cap, but I cannot find the scarf that I want to wear the head wrap today. Which I wanted to put that on first so I could determine what shade of purple lipstick I'm going to wear to kind of go with this look. So I have my stocking cap on. Okay, we're prepared for a head wrap. I'm going to go ahead and just do the other coat of mascara. I almost dropped the mascara just now. The last coat which is really just going to take the lashes to the next level. Really just add volume and thickness and length. To the lashes. They look really good. And a little bit more to the bottom ones. Especially the outer bottom lashes. I've gotten so much mascara on my lash line. Am I gonna fix it? No, I'm just gonna leave it as is. Okay, we're done with mascara. So all we need are the lips. Like I said, I'm gonna do a purple lip, but I need to find that scarf. Hold on, let me dig real fast, real quick. I think it's in there. Okay, yeah, I found it. Alright, so this is the scarf I'm going to use. You guys have seen me wear this headscarf before. It is black and pink, purple and pink. I think it's black and pink, but I'm going to add purple just because. Why not? It's going to go very beautiful with the eye look, and I think I'm going to do my kind of turban wrap, turban twist wrap. So I divide it in half. Okay, drape it over my head like so, almost like I'm gonna wear a hijab. And then I make sure that it's all lined up in the front. And I'm gonna come to the back and like crisscross the two sides, the two halves. Like so. So now they're kind of crisscrossed. Hopefully y'all can see that. And then from here, I'm going to twist each side opposite directions. So this one's going up, this one's going under. This is kind of hard to do. It gets a little confusing. We're just making like a rope. You see, I have to kind of use both my hands. I'm making a rope. See, our ropes, 2 ropes. And you just want to keep making the rope all the way down the scarf. You don't have to go all the way at first, but it helps to do as much as you can. Then you're going to, since we're crisscrossing the back, you're going to crisscross again, so that your ropes go over the top of your head, the front of your head. A lot of people like to twist their ropes together, make a knot. I don't want to do that. I like just wearing it. I call this like my turban head wrap because I feel like it looks kind of like a turban on the edges. So I'm keeping it simple. I'm going to continue twisting the ends. If you have a tag like I do, you're going to tuck that in. When you get to the back, you're going to take the end and just find some place to tuck it into in the back area. I'm literally just tucking it in somewhere. And then do the other side, and then we'll rearrange and like fix it up nice in a second. So then you tuck. My dog is like dead asleep. You just want to tuck the end somewhere, literally tuck it in somewhere in the back. Come to the other side, feel around. Tuck it in right here. I'm literally just tucking those strings in wherever I feel like there's a place for it. And then you can come back and kind of rearrange your twisty things. What did I call them? your cords, your strings. And then if you feel like the back looks jacked up, you can go in and like try and tuck it somewhere else or move the place where you're tucking it. Or if it doesn't work out completely, you can go underneath and tuck underneath. That's going to add a little bit more volume to it. So I'm actually going to do that. It's going to add some volume on the sides, which is fine with me. And then now I'm going to take this side. See, some of the strings are hanging out. Do what you think looks best. And you just want to make sure that it's tucked nice and tight so that it doesn't fall off. I'm actually going to go in between my two cords on this side and then tuck underneath. You just want it to be nice and secure so that it doesn't fall off. And sometimes it takes multiple times. You kind of have to play around with it to get it to look how you want it to look. I'm not really pressed about it looking super duper perfect or super even. I just like it to be sort of symmetrical in the front. And honestly, this is one of the easiest, most simple head wrap styles you can do. And I'll give you a 360. How it looks like a little turban, kind of. And I get lots of compliments. A lot of people think it's my hair, you know, white people that don't really haven't really seen head wraps and stuff. Some think that it's my hair and they like get close up and ask me if it's my hair. I'm like, no, it's just a scarf. And you can see I can shake my head and it's not going anywhere. So just make sure that it's nice and secure. And if you need to use some extra stuff to secure it, like do that. I normally don't have to with this one. Just make sure it won't fall off. And another good thing about this style is that it's easy to put things over your head still. So you don't have to do, like you don't have to put your clothes on first. I don't like to put my clothes on first. I like to do my makeup first and then match my clothes to my makeup, which sometimes can be problematic. But yeah, this. I don't think I'm going to do, maybe I will do some earrings with it. I don't know. Let's do the purple lip though. For my purple lip, I'm going to use the lipstick called Sangria from Milani. Oh, this is my new one. This is the brand new one. I have an older one somewhere out here in these streets, but this is my brand new one that's never been used. I'm going to kiss off some of the lip balm I have on. I'll apply this lipstick. Like so, I'm doing one light layer, so it's not super duper opaque because I'm going to go over it with this Lorac Alter Ego lip gloss in the shade Harlot. It's like a nice deeper pink shade, so it's going to bring everything together. And this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoy it. I love the like pop of bright purple eyeshadow with the purplish pinkish lip and the head wrap. I just think this look is really pretty. And it's really easy to do. We didn't do any crease colors or transition colors. Literally just, you know, apply in the inner, apply in the outer, apply something in the middle that's in the middle of the two colors, and just blend out the crease. Real easy, really simple, and I feel like it's just as beautiful. And then highlighted the face, didn't do any blush, no concealer, none of that. And yeah, this is the look. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you like it. Do you like the shade of this foundation? I think it looks really good. Do you like that powder? I mean, look how smooth and like natural finish it's giving my skin, even with the highlight. Even just the places I didn't highlight, I still have kind of a sheen to the skin. It's a nice natural matte finish. Love that powder. So I'm done. I'm going to get dressed, get Nola up, make my iced coffee. We're going to get in the car and go. I'm trying to get there early. I'm going to leave at 6:30. It's 6:19 because I don't know about traffic, people going to work and stuff. Charlotte, I don't know. Not Charlotte, Savannah. I don't know what it's going to be like getting down there. So I appreciate you watching this video. Let me know what other looks and colors you want me to use. Any palettes, let me know. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, YouTube.